It was Friday, and I had just made my way up to the sale barn with my cousin Sarah, Christian, Aunt Buffy, and my Uncle John. We were going to look at the horses that John bought on Thursday at the big horse sale. As we were looking at John's new horses, he then asked me, "Don't you need a horse, Mallory?" Then I replied, "Yes, I do, but I couldn't have one that you bought." "No biggie," John replied. "It's okay, because I know how much you need a horse, so we are going to find you one." "Fine," I replied, "if you suggest." We then started to look. "Do you know what you're looking for, Mallory?" he asked. "I believe I have a good enough picture of what I want," I answered back. "Perfect," John said, and I started to explain on what I was looking for. Once when I was finished, he called Sarah over to get on a horse he thought would be perfect for me. He put a halter on a sorrel, and she hopped on, but she didn't stay on for even a second, and the next thing I know is I see her clutching her back with pain. "What happened?" I asked. "I got bucked off," Sarah replied. Then I looked up, and John is bringing out a golden palomino. "Katie, hop on," John said. Katie started walking and trotting her down the aisles of the sale barn's corrals. "What do you think?" John asked. "I like her. Can I try her in the arena?" "Sure." We put a saddle on her and then a bridle, and then headed for the arena. I rode her around for an hour, and she was perfect. I was going to put her back, but then John grabbed the lead rope and put her in the trailer. When we got home, Mom wasn't really happy that we brought a 4-year-old horse home. But when I rode her in the arena, my mom was amazed on how well we worked together as a team. Then a few weeks later, we were getting ready to go to Florida for my birthday. But then it was the day that I was having an early birthday party with friends and family. My dad took me up to help check mouse traps at one of our friends' house, while Katie and my mom were supposedly checking the horses. When we started heading down the road, I was watching the buffalo and not paying any attention into my grandparents' field, where our horses were staying. My dad and I both got out of the car, and I started to walk over. I didn't see the new horse that I was trying out, but then the next thing I see was that she was haltered up with a bow on the side. "What is this all about?" I asked. "Happy birthday, Mallory," my whole family yelled. I was so surprised that I almost started crying out joy. "She's all yours, but to keep her, you have to keep your grades up, or else we could take her back, and she could just be sold again," my mom replied. "I promise," I said. My mom then asked me, "So what are you going to call her?" "Shasta," I said, and that was the day of the big surprise.